Have you ever thought about what it would be like to be alone in the Amazon? The Amazon rainforest, an emerald sea of trees, is a place of vastness that stretches beyond the horizon, a world unto itself. It's a kingdom teeming with life, a cradle of biodiversity where every inch is a riot of color, sound, and movement. The thrill of adventure that the Amazon offers is like no other. It's a place that stirs the soul, sparks the imagination, and beckons the explorer in all of us. The allure is undeniable. The Amazon is a siren's call to the curious, to those with a yearning for discovery, a passion for the unknown, and a desire to tread where few have ventured. It's the ultimate test of one's mettle, a chance to pit oneself against the wild, to immerse in the raw, unfiltered beauty of nature. But before you pack your bags, there's a lot you need to know about the Amazon. The Amazon is not just another forest, it's an unforgiving jungle. As we delve deeper into this verdant world, it quickly becomes apparent that the Amazon is a realm of extremes. It's a place of unfathomable beauty, yet it harbors a harsh reality that can catch even the most seasoned adventurer off guard. The first challenge you'll face is the weather. The Amazon is a hotbed of climatic contradictions. One moment you're sweltering under the intense equatorial sun, and the next you're drenched by torrential rainfall. It's not uncommon for temperatures to swing from a stifling 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day to a chilly 55 at night. Then there's the humidity. It's like a permanent, sticky shroud that clings to your skin, making every step a monumental effort. The air is so saturated with moisture it feels like you're breathing through a wet cloth. This extreme humidity, paired with the heat, creates a steamy, sauna-like environment that can lead to serious dehydration if you're not careful. And let's not forget the terrain. The Amazon is a tangled web of dense vegetation, making navigation a Herculean task. The undergrowth is so thick and the trees so towering they often blot out the sun, plunging the forest floor into perpetual twilight. You'll find yourself clambering over fallen logs, wading through murky swamps, and hacking your way through impenetrable thickets of vines and ferns. The ground beneath your feet is another story altogether. It's a treacherous patchwork of slippery mud, quicksand, and hidden pitfalls. One wrong step, and you could find yourself knee-deep in a mire or tumbling down a concealed ravine. But the Amazon's challenges are not merely physical, they're psychological too. The jungle's oppressive silence, punctuated only by the occasional animal call or rustle of leaves, can play tricks on your mind, creating an unsettling sense of isolation and vulnerability. In the Amazon, it's survival of the fittest. In the Amazon, danger lurks where you least expect it. The dense foliage and the vibrant wildlife make it easy to overlook the silent, invisible threats that call this jungle their home. The Amazon isn't just a battleground of predators and prey, it's a breeding ground for diseases, parasites, and harmful bacteria. And these invisible enemies can be just as deadly, if not more so, than the jungle's more visible threats. The Amazon rainforest is a hotbed for diseases such as malaria, yellow fever, and dengue. These diseases are spread by the countless mosquitoes that thrive in the humid tropical climate. They're silent, almost invisible, but their bite can have serious, even fatal consequences. And then there's leishmaniasis, a disease transmitted by the bite of infected sandflies. It can cause serious skin ulcers and can even affect the spleen and liver if left untreated. Let's not forget the parasites. In the waters of the Amazon, you might encounter the infamous candiru, a tiny parasitic fish that can lodge itself into the urethra of unsuspecting swimmers. Sounds terrifying, doesn't it? And let's not forget the botflies. Their larvae burrow into your skin, causing painful, itchy sores. And then there are the harmful bacteria. The warm, moist environment of the Amazon is the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Some of these bacteria can cause diseases like leptospirosis, a severe infection that can lead to kidney damage, meningitis, liver failure, and respiratory distress. These threats are no less real or dangerous because they are invisible. In fact, their invisibility makes them even more of a threat. They can strike without warning and can be fatal if not treated immediately. They serve as a sobering reminder that in the Amazon, even the smallest creature or the most microscopic organism can pose a significant threat. So the next time you think about venturing into the Amazon, remember, it's not just the jaguars, anacondas, and piranhas you need to be wary of. The Amazon is a hotbed of threats that are invisible to the naked eye. The Amazon is home to some of the deadliest creatures on Earth. This vast, verdant expanse is not just a paradise of biodiversity, it's also a perilous domain of danger. Here, The line between life and death is as thin as a spider's web, and that's no mere figure of speech. Among the myriad species that call this place home, some are as deadly as they are beautiful. Let's talk about snakes, for instance. The Amazon rainforest is a snake lover's dream, or nightmare, depending on how you look at it. It houses some of the most venomous serpents in the world. The bushmaster snake, the largest viper in the world, can reach up to 12 feet in length, and its bite delivers a lethal cocktail of neurotoxins and hemotoxins. Then there's the infamous fer-de-lance, whose venom can cause severe tissue damage and even death if not treated promptly. But it's not just the snakes that demand respect and caution. The Amazon is also home to a variety of spiders that are as fascinating as they are terrifying. The Brazilian wandering spider, for example, holds the Guinness World Record for the world's most venomous spider. Its venom can cause a range of symptoms from severe pain and inflammation to respiratory distress and even heart failure. But the danger in the Amazon doesn't stop at its snakes and spiders. There are smaller, less conspicuous threats that are equally lethal. Take, for instance, the bullet ant. This tiny creature is named for its sting, which is said to be as painful as a gunshot. Its venom triggers waves of burning, throbbing, all-consuming pain that can last for up to 24 hours. And let's not forget the Amazonian giant centipede, a creature that can reach up to a foot in length. This arthropod is a voracious predator, and its venomous bite can cause severe pain, chills, fever, and weakness. Even the water isn't safe. The Amazon River is home to the electric eel, a creature capable of generating a shock of up to 600 volts. 5 times the power of a standard American wall socket. This shock can be deadly to both humans and animals. Then there are the piranhas, fish with a notorious reputation. While they don't typically attack humans, they are opportunistic feeders, and a large group can strip the flesh off a carcass in minutes. So, while the Amazon's beauty is undeniable, it's also a place where danger lurks around every corner and beneath every leaf. It's a place where even the smallest creature can pose a serious threat. It's a place that demands respect, caution, and a healthy dose of fear. In the Amazon, every creature has a role to play, and not all are friendly. Humans are not the dominant species in the Amazon. This simple truth is made evident when we consider the many indigenous tribes that call this vast, untamed wilderness their home. There are over 400 such tribes in the Amazon, each with its own unique culture, languages, and traditions. Some of these tribes have had minimal contact with the outside world, and live much as their ancestors did centuries ago. Their knowledge of the jungle is unparalleled, their understanding of its rhythms, its creatures, its dangers, and its gifts, far surpassing that of any outsider. To encounter these tribes unprepared can be a dangerous endeavor. It's worth remembering that for them, the Amazon is not an adventure playground or a backdrop for thrilling YouTube videos, but their home. A home they are willing to protect fiercely from intruders, especially those who show little respect for their territory or their culture. This is not to say that all encounters with indigenous tribes are dangerous or hostile. Many tribes have welcomed outsiders, shared their knowledge, and offered their friendship. But these encounters are based on mutual respect and understanding. They require patience, cultural sensitivity, and a genuine desire to learn and not just exploit. So if you find yourself alone in the Amazon, remember this. You are not the dominant species. You are not even a guest. You are an intruder in a world that operates on rules different from yours, a world where the human factor is just one of many. Respecting these rules, these cultures, these people is not just a matter of etiquette or political correctness. It's a matter of survival. It's a matter of understanding that in the Amazon, the human factor is intertwined with the jungle itself, inseparable, and equally wild. So, as you plan your Amazon adventure, remember that the human factor is not just about your survival skills, your gear, or your courage. It's also about the people who call the Amazon their home. In the Amazon, it's crucial to remember that we are the guests. Preparedness can be the difference between life and death in the Amazon. It's not an exaggeration, but a stark reality that each and every adventurer should etch in their minds before embarking on the journey to this vast, unforgiving wilderness. The Amazon is not a walk in the park, it's a test of survival. And like every test, you need to be well prepared to face it. The wilderness doesn't care about your strength, your courage, or your adventurous spirit. It only respects those who respect it. And respect, in this context, means preparedness. Let's talk about gear first. Imagine finding yourself in the heart of the Amazon, surrounded by a dense, seemingly infinite sea of green, with the relentless sun beating down on you, and you realize you've forgotten your hat. Or perhaps it starts to pour, as it often does, and you're without a raincoat. Such seemingly small oversights can quickly escalate into life-threatening situations. From waterproof clothing to sun protection, from sturdy boots to a reliable compass, every piece of gear matters. But gear alone won't save you. You need survival skills. You need to know how to navigate using the stars, how to find clean water, how to build a shelter, and how to start a fire. You need to know which plants are edible and which are poisonous. You need to know how to respond to a snake bite or a jaguar encounter. These skills are not optional, they are essential. They are the difference between surviving the Amazon or becoming a part of its unforgiving landscape. And then there's knowledge. Knowledge about the Amazon's biodiversity, its geography, its weather patterns, its indigenous communities. The more you know about the Amazon, the better you can navigate its challenges. Understanding the Amazon's ecosystem can help you spot danger, find food and water, and navigate your way. And finally, respect. Respect for the Amazon, its inhabitants, and its rules. The Amazon is not just a jungle. It's a living, breathing ecosystem that has been around for millions of years. It's home to countless species and indigenous communities. Your adventure should not harm the Amazon or its inhabitants. Respect their space, respect their customs, and respect the rules of the jungle. So before you set foot in the Amazon, invest time and effort into your preparation. Learn, practice, gather the right gear. Understand that the Amazon is not an adversary to be conquered, but a powerful force to be understood and respected. Remember, the Amazon doesn't play favorites. It doesn't care if you're an experienced adventurer or a novice explorer. It treats everyone equally, and those who come prepared, who respect its rules, who understand its ways, they are the ones who survive and thrive. Entering the Amazon unprepared is like walking into a lion's den. It's not a challenge, it's a suicide mission. So, prepare well, respect the jungle, and let the Amazon reveal its secrets to you. The Amazon is a paradise for the adventurous, but it's no walk in the park. Our journey through the Amazon has been a testament to this truth. A place of breathtaking beauty and diversity, the Amazon lures us with its allure. Yet it is this very allure that often blinds us to its unforgiving nature. The jungle's dense green canopy may seem inviting, but beneath it lies a world teeming with invisible threats and deadly inhabitants that could turn your dream adventure into a nightmare. The jungle is a complex ecosystem where every organism has a role to play. However, some of these roles might not be particularly friendly to the uninvited human visitor. From the stealthy jaguar to venomous snakes, from disease-carrying insects to poisonous plants, the Amazon is a host to a plethora of perils that demand our utmost respect and caution. Yet, it is not only the wildlife that can pose a threat. Human factors, too, play a significant role. Encroachment, deforestation, and illegal activities have added a new layer of danger to the Amazon. These issues remind us that the Amazon is not an isolated entity, but a part of a larger global ecosystem that we are all responsible for. Preparedness is not just a word, it's a necessity when it comes to the Amazon. It's not about packing your bags with gadgets and gear. It's about learning, understanding, and respecting the Amazon and its inhabitants. It's about knowing the dangers that lurk within and preparing ourselves both physically and mentally to face them. In essence, the Amazon calls for a balance of adventure and caution. It's about the thrill of exploring the unknown while respecting the intricate web of life that exists there. It's about understanding that the Amazon isn't just a travel destination, it's a living, breathing entity that deserves our respect and care. Remember, the Amazon is an unforgettable adventure, but it's also a challenge of survival. Let's ensure that we rise to that challenge responsibly, preserving this magnificent wonder for generations to come.